But, you know, as a person that during his working career, my job was to protect the worker. And I know that this person made a very, very serious consideration, and he didn't follow through on work ethics. That's the way I look at that. And as I sat here, I began to wonder, how long has this person been with the agency? What is his previous work record? Every one of us will make a mistake in life. Is this one that should cut him off completely? Yes, it was a situation that something very, very serious could have occurred outside of. Fortunately, it wasn't something that caused a life or harm to a child, but it did frighten the parent and the child. And I know, you know, when the word is willful is used, I know what that means. I think some of us have understand what that means. I'm going to do something this weekend that's going to try and help someone that has those words presented to him. But you know, I just wonder what was going on in that person's life today. And I know that's not a work situation, what was going on in his life today. And we have to take care of our riders and the citizenry that depends on it, puts their trust in us. And sometimes we try and show that we're trustworthy by, for less of a word, killing off someone. And I would ask that make sure that we've looked at everything possible to try and change this person, but also to make the public feel safe.
Board Member Williams, we always do. I mean, we expect that we present these fairly and look at them fairly. Let me, just for maybe the education, to be able to recognize that it's not. This isn't meant to crucify somebody who isn't on the facts. For example, you know, the fact that should the operator have noticed that the child was outside. Well, here, the child was with a young woman, could have been a mother for all one could have suspected. They were at that stage, I believe, holding hands before the train pulled out. She was holding his hand. Nothing particular that would send up the yellow flag or red flag that said, hold it. Is that leaving somebody behind? It looked just like another set of customers. I mean, maybe they were trying to get on the train. It wouldn't be nice if I opened the door again. But it wouldn't send off that alert. The fact that somebody pushed the button for the deployment of the bridge plate, and there was nobody visible needing a wheelchair or needing the bridge plate on the platform, might have indicated that somebody inside was trying to be able to use the bridge plate. Maybe had a slow time getting to the door, somebody in a mobility device or something else. And yet, you know, that gets pushed a lot accidentally because people don't realize that's for the wheelchair deployment, bridge plate deployment. And so, uncertain. Those we look at and say, you know, those could be judgment calls that aren't as clear. Issue in this case that is so troubling is the very conscious accepting the emergency call and canceling within 1 second. Not once, not twice, but 3 times, and then leaving it open on the 4th as a way to avoid. And then not taking the steps with informed at gateway by the father that there was a separation, not following those policies. So those are the pieces we look at, but we don't try to be able to kind of throw everything in that isn't reasonable. And I gave you the 2 examples that we would say not reasonable. Maybe we would like a little bit more sensitivity, but it wasn't unreasonable in the sense of how something could operate.
I know years ago when George and I first came on the board, the one thing we were trying to do is get away from the truck. For lack of better words, Mr. Board Member quarterback, truck driver mentality. And you know, and so
You'll pay for that.
yeah, I know. It'll cost me for years. But you know, I also feel sorry for that employee that we put so much time and effort into, and based on other comments that there's been incidents before, you know. I just feel sorry for that family that will suffer the ultimate, which is now trying to find a new job, a loss of whatever.
We haven't made a determination yet.
Well, listen, Bob, you're a good man. There is no doubt in my mind about that at all, and I've grown to know you over the years and have a fond respect for your views. That's why there's an investigation in an incident like this. That's why there's a hearing being held. There'll be a conclusion reached at the end of that hearing. But I, for one, believe that if we have individuals in this operation, Trimet operation, or any other operation involving public safety that have violated the rules, and that can be demonstrated in that manner, and that perhaps they even have some past history that would suggest that there's a behavior here that is too risky to continue. And I don't know that to be the case, but I have confidence that all the factors will be weighed and the right decision will be made. And if that decision should be to terminate the operator, then that's the decision that should be taken. We've got, I think, Steve, you mentioned safety before schedule, and I think for all of us that what you hear is we also are concerned about the safety issues. And it's a complex and it's a very large system. There are lots of places that people can get into trouble, and trying to minimize those and deal with it. Are there further comments?